Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Karen, and I'm part of the hardware partner ecosystem team at Zoom. I know it's a 2 o'clock session, so we're going to try to engage you guys. And we started off, of course, the first 50 attendees. I think a lot of you I already seen. You got a nice backpack and a headset from our two wonderful sponsors today, Poly and Yealing. Thank you very much. All right, so with me today, we're here to talk a little bit about our Zoom Phone device ecosystems. I have Walt Anderson from our Zoom product team. I have Abraham from Poly, as well as Joe Zhao from Yealing. So each one of us will come and talk a little bit about it. So let's get started. I'll have Walt come up first and talk a little bit about Zoom Phone. All right, here you go, Walt.
Thank you, Karen. All right, am I live too? All right, great. So I'm Walt Anderson. I'm part of the product management team here at Zoom. I look after audio for meetings as well as Zoom Phone, and in particular the devices ecosystem around Zoom Phone. Karen and I work on that together. I want to do just a quick overview of Zoom Phone itself, and then we'll jump right in to the devices ecosystem. So, as you've seen and heard throughout the day here at Zoomtopia, Zoom is very much doubling down on being your full stack unified communications and collaborations client, right? So we have meetings and we have chat and we have conference room endpoints and we have desktop and mobile endpoints. And here today we're going to zero in on Zoom Phone. And as you saw Eric describe the convergence in this space, we're firm believers in the phone part of the workload for collaboration. And at this show last year, Zoom Phone was announced. It became GA in January of this year. Since that time, Zoom has developed more than 200 features on the Zoom Phone platform that Oded talked about this morning. Last I checked, our customers were generating multiple millions of minutes per week in Zoom Phone calling, so the adoption of the platform has been spectacular, and we are excited where Zoom Phone is going to go in the future. Building this one from the bottom up about Zoom Phone, right? Things at Zoom need to fit that mantra of it just works. It has to be secure and reliable. And so at Zoom, we enforce security on all of the phone endpoints. They use TLS authentication and SRTP encryption. And the it just works part comes from the fact that the core technology inside Zoom Phone is the same stuff that's running inside Zoom meetings in terms of those adaptive codecs that can handle all sorts of gnarly network conditions, as well as it is reaching out to the Zoom global data center infrastructure. We have data centers in San Jose, in New York, in Amsterdam, in Frankfurt, in Hong Kong and Tokyo, in Melbourne and Sydney. So when your Zoom Phone is making a call, it's connecting and facilitating through Zoom's high-quality network throughout the world. Right? Next important part about Zoom Phone is the centralized management. One pane of glass to manage all of your workflow applications. Single piece of administration. Just like you can with meetings, you can click into a Zoom call and see what's going on at the very short intervals of, what's your packet loss, what's your jitter, what's going on with that call, and do trend analysis and everything you would expect in a unified meeting platform. And then finally, it's your modern phone system. And we support primarily two topologies for Zoom Phone. There's the ability of what we call Zoom Phone native. So that's where you're taking your existing phone numbers or getting new ones from Zoom and porting them into the Zoom. So Zoom becomes your phone company, right? So we're your PBX in the cloud, and we're your phone company, and the calling plan for Zoom comes from your phone service, comes from Zoom. The alternative topology that you'll also hear about throughout this show is called Bring Your Own Carrier. And in that case, Zoom is still your PBX, or your routing methodology for all your phone calls, and that's in the Zoom cloud. But you keep your existing carrier relationships, you keep your existing phone numbers and your calling plans, and you tell your carrier, hey, point those calls to and from Zoom now instead of perhaps my on-premise PBX. So you're really just kind of outsourcing your on-prem PBX to the Zoom cloud, and we call that bringing your own carrier. In either case, the feature sets are the same. You have a desktop and mobile client, you can hook IP phone endpoints on it, and to give you a taste of some of those features in the Zoom Phone platform, we can kind of unpack this slide a little bit. So when it comes to intelligent call routing, that's the idea of, hey, I'm a Zoom Phone subscriber. I may have different rules about how I want my calls handled during daytime and after work hours. Where should it forward? What call groups or call queues or hunt groups am I a member of? Or as Vi demonstrated this morning in the keynote, perhaps I need to have a delegation relationship where I answer calls on behalf of someone else, or I ask someone to answer calls on me, and in that case, right, let's say I were to delegate to Karen, then when I got an incoming call, both my phone and her phone would ring. She would see, oh, this is an incoming call for Walt, and she could answer it from her endpoint, right? So simple, wonderful things like that fit under the category of intelligent call routing. Auto attendant, that's your incoming integrated voice response system, right? Hello, thanks for calling Zoom. For sales, press 1. For technical assistance, press 2, that kind of thing. Zoom Phone comes with a full set of capabilities for building those type of interactive voice response trees. And of course, all of the logic you would expect for that for before, during, after hours, route to queues, route to another call queue, anything you need to build that part of the experience is built into the product. We'll show you some desktop and mobile applications. So it runs, on your iOS and your Android platforms. It runs on Windows and Macintosh. It runs on Linux. And we just announced support for virtual desktop environments as well for Zoom Phone. So we got you covered in terms of the platform. Things you'd expect for voicemail. Of course, you have voicemail. Someone leaves you a message, you get an email. You can find the voicemail in your client. It's transcribed, so you don't actually have to take the time to listen to it. You can quickly determine from the transcript about whether it's relevant or not and what you want to do. And we have a nifty little feature called call recording, which can be an ad hoc thing where, hey, I want to record this call to save it for later. Or maybe you have a policy that says, hey, all calls for these members of my organization should really be recorded. Right? So we support those capabilities. As mentioned, the voice is secure and it's high definition based on the Opus codec. And what we're going to dive into here today is the standards-based interoperability, because over the course of the past few months, Zoom has been certified to work with more than 50 phone devices. We've also integrated with paging systems and intercom systems, and Karen is going to come back up here and tell you all about that.
All right, thank you, Walt. Yes. So let me go to the next slide here. So delivering happiness to our customers, right? That's our core value, and you've been hearing that this morning from our keynote speakers, and you're going to be hearing that throughout all the different presentations in the Zoomtopia the next 2 days. Part of that is we want to, what we hear a lot from our customer is the requirements to have desk phones in their day-to-day work life. We also hear very loud and clear that for customers' investment protection, you want to make sure you can use your existing legacy desk phone equipment. So we have partnered with leading industry leaders in that space to ensure we have full interoperability support with their products. We want to ensure and bring high quality and reliability communication to our customer for the Zoom platform experience. With Yealink and Poly today, we achieved full interoperability support with their phones, their devices, as well as including seamless zero-touch provisioning, which we'll do a little demo later on. With AudioCodes, we are currently working with them now to also ensure full interoperability with them, with their broad range of products. With Cisco, today we support selective models of their category called MPP and 3PCC phones. Now, we also heard, as we bring and create our broad product ecosystem here for hardware, we understand there are vertical applications out there that requires paging and intercom solution. And I think that's what Walt just mentioned, that we have partnered with two of our leading industry leaders in that space, which is Algo and Cyberdata. And this morning, you guys probably had see the press announcement on their newly on board new integrated partners. We support all their full range of their SIP-based IP paging as well as intercom solutions. So we do have a full list of all the supported devices in our support site, so feel free to go there to take a look at the details there. Next question will be, well, how do you get access to this device? I know later on Polly and Yale will come up and share a little bit on how to get access and procure the products. Today with Zoom, we don't sell hardware directly. We partner with the leading VARs and integrators globally to procure your hardware needs for our Zoom phone. Here's just an example that SHI, which is one of our VAR here, that put together what they call Zoom specific SKUs for the Poly and Yealink phones. And you can get more information from shi.com website there. All right, so I talked a little about zero-touch provisioning. I really say it's zero-touch provisioning. Our engineering team had done an awesome job to make sure that these desk phones, either they're brand new out of the box or they're existing phones that you have. We make it so easy and simple, really as easy as 1, 2, 3, to get these phones provisioned. There's two ways to do it. You can do it individually per device, or you can do it through a what we call bulk upload, which is through a template we have. But really here, essentially, step one is really just add the MAC address of the device. You assign to the user you want that phone to be provisioned to. Next thing you know, plug the phone into your network. And it does is automatically download out everything it needs to get the phone up and running. And next thing you know, you got a dial tone and you're ready to make call. That's how easy it is. We will try to see if we could do that demo, because I know we're having some network issue earlier today, but maybe perhaps we'll start off with the day of the life demo first, right? Walt, you think Walt's going to come up and do a quick show and tell here? Let me move this to our screen. Let's see how this works.
So I want to explain what's about to happen. So what's going to happen here is my buddy Aaron is going to give me a call on my Zoom phone, and I'm going to answer it from my Zoom phone mobile client. And when we're going to zoom in on the desk phone over here, that's also going to be ringing, right? Because my account here has the lovely name of Boss Zoom, right? And Boss Zoom has been configured to delegate, not only have his own IP phone, but he has an assistant that it's been delegated to. So we're going to see a number of phones start ringing over here after Aaron gives me a call. So I've got the incoming call from Aaron here. I'm going to go ahead and accept that on my mobile device because, hey, I can be on the road. I'm walking around throughout my day. I've got my call on my Zoom phone. If I needed to, I could press the record button on this right now if I needed to. But now I finally arrive at my office. I say, hang on just a second, Aaron. Put the call on hold here. Are we on screen? Yep. Okay.
Yep, we're on screen.
So now you can see the call's on hold. You could also see on the admin screen over here that Boss Zoom is on hold. Right? I'll go ahead and pick it up from here. And just that easy, I have transferred the call from my mobile device to my hardware device. Right? So now I can go ahead and finish this call with the luxury of my lovely IP phone here. And let's pretend that Aaron needed to make an appointment to see me later, and I don't own my own. I'm one of those fancy execs that doesn't own his own calendar. So I say, hey, I need a little help from my assistant here. Hang on a second, Aaron. Let me put you on hold. So I'll put him back on hold. Shoot, where's the hold? There it is.
There it is, yep.
All right. And now my assistant over here can go ahead and answer the phone.
Hi, Aaron.
And now,
oh, okay.
So we had both a call flip from a mobile device to an IP phone with a delegation on an IP phone to an assistant. Very seamless, very simple with Zoom phone. So and hey, that whole thing worked.
Yes, that was all right, good. I think with time, I won't do the second demo, but
the provisioning one?
Yes, but we as you know, in the expo hall, we do have a Zoom phone section where we are also exhibiting these wonderful hard phones and desk phones there. So please, after the session or throughout this next 2 days, to stop by and take a look and see all the wonderful features that we have added to these devices. Let's see. So let me go ahead and skip that. Yeah, there we go. Hey, I'm getting that working. I want to make sure everybody's awake here. Okay, so the other thing this morning we have made announcement is we updated our new hardware certified partner program. And part of that announcement, we onboarded two new hardware partners. And one of them is we've been kind of talking throughout this presentation is Algo and CyberData. Have a lot of you worked with them, heard about them? Do you know what? Okay. So now we have full support with their product and solutions. As you can see here, they have a range of many different type of IP paging and intercom solutions that it's available. And welcome to visit their website. They have specific configuration guides already that they built just for our Zoom phone that you can download and use. The other partner we have onboarded, and again, it was in this morning's announcement, was AudioCodes. So AudioCodes has a full range of various type of products. Of course, we got all their IP phones there, working through fully getting interop support for Zoom phone. We also have the session border controller, the SBCs, and a lot of you, Walt just mentioned the BYOC, bring your own carrier session. So Walt is going to have a BYOC session immediately after this at 3. Okay, well, everybody has to keep awake. You can learn more about what SBCs are and what these products can offer to us. All right, I think that's my end of my slide. I'm going to have Mr. Ress come up here to talk a little bit about Poly.
Thank you, Karen.
Yeah, no problem.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rez. I'm with Poly, a part of product management. You've heard some exciting announcements today from Poly, and these new solutions are being added to our existing wide and amazing portfolio with Zoom. You can see here everything from headsets to IP phones, conference phones, intelligent USB devices, Zoom room kits, as well as video interop solutions, all certified for Zoom, all working with Zoom. In this session, we're going to talk about some of our IP phones. I'm showing here the VVX 250, 350, and 450, which are, again, some of our phone portfolio. All of them are featuring a couple of very sophisticated features. My favorite is acoustic fans. Typically, if you work in an environment like mine, I have the guy next to me who's always loud, and then the other person on that other side who's constantly talking on a conference call. I don't want that noise to pass to the far side. I can hear the far side great because I'm using a polyphone, but I want to make sure that the far side doesn't get the noise that I'm generating. With acoustic fans, we have intelligent noise block technology to suppress these noises and make sure that the far side is focused on the meeting, focused on what I'm saying instead of hearing my neighbor. This feature is baked into all of the phones, and this is really a culmination of decades of audio innovation that Poly, still getting used to it, that Poly has been baking into our phones. We are showing here a family of phones starting from a basic IP desk phone to a mid-range up to the performance IP desk phone. Again, all with acoustic innovation, with multiple, either single or multiple USB ports. In some cases, I might want to use my headset. I have the flexibility to do so. And of course, all are fully certified by Zoom. I would hand it over back to Karen now.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
I think, Joe, would you like to come up and let me see?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joe. I'm the account manager from Yannick. Today I'm gonna explain some fancy Yannick models to everybody. Actually, all Yannick full-range phones are compatible with the Zoom. But today I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna explain some special features for our new T5 models. You can see here the T50A, T54W is all built-in Bluetooth and built-in Wi-Fi, and also all of our desk phones and T5 desk phones can be the base for our deck handsets. It means one desk phone can support now is 4 deck handsets, and it can be the one account or the 5 different accounts, and and so which means in one company you will have the deck solutions, the conference solutions, and desk phone solutions. So the second one is our video solutions for the Zoom room. If from the small room to the large room, it can use one CP960, which to connect with the just need one cable to connect with the rest of 5 mini PC with code. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. So as we continue to improve and enhance our Zoom Phone platform, we will be bringing on additional device partners to help bring more value for our customers, to augment, to extend all the capabilities we have with our Zoom platform. Like I said, we do have our exhibiting up in our expo hall in the Zoom Phone, where we're just demoing all of our phones. We'll say we have over 50 plus. There's all the different models that you maybe already have or use. Check it out, or feel free to come to either Walden and I and find out more about our Zoom Phone hardware program, as well as our hardware devices that we support today. Thank you again, everybody, for your time. Feel free, we're going to hang out a little bit. If anybody have any questions, feel free to come up and talk to us.